Hey everyone, I just wanted to come on here and kind of give an overview on Transformers War for Cybertron Siege. Now, I know some of you might be asking why I'm suddenly getting to it right now instead of months prior. Well, mostly because when it first came out, I was, working and, I just didn't have the time to, really catch up on it as much as I should. I mean, yeah, I did do a review on the first episode and, you know, that's about it. And I would sporadically afterwards watch episode 2 in bits and pieces. But again, like I said, it's because I was working and there was other things going on, and also because like with what's going on right now, I had to work. I've had to basically try to find an opportunity to do some videos, work around the scheduling that I had. Um, well, as you all know by now, I am no longer working at Walmart because we parted ways because of just stupidity on my part, and I think a little bit of quick resolution on their part instead of just talking it out, figuring out another solution. So anyway, I now have the time to do so. And last night, after ordering some Mountain Mike's pizza, I decided to sit down and binge watch as I check something here. All right, I decided to sit down and binge watch the rest of the series, the rest of episode 2 and the rest of the series. And what I saw, I enjoyed. As a matter of fact, everybody from Rodimus Primal, Optibotimus, Sarah Nizarak, Black Nerd Comedy, Andre Meadows, I should say, to many people, even Netflix, who hyped this series up and said, hey, you have to see this series, it's that good, were correct. They were absolutely correct in it. Because this series lived up to every expectation given to it. And one credit I do have to give Netflix, and this is the truth, one credit I have to give them, hold on for a sec, drinking some coffee there, but one credit I have to give them is the fact that somebody over there realized that the show was not the kind of show that would warrant a TVY7 FV rating or a TV PG rating. It was the kind of show that would warrant a TV 14 rating, because there's some imagery in here that you're like, whoa, I don't think they'd be able to get that past a TVY7 censor or a TV PG censor. And it's true, they wouldn't. They wouldn't be able to do that. Because, like I said, there's some imagery in here that's really dark and really shocking. For example, there's, I think one scene was like the second to last, or the third to last episode, fourth episode, I think, or fifth episode, one of them, where Mirage has to disguise himself as a Decepticon, and he sees, to kind of distract and throw off these hunters, if you will, these kind of like hunters, if you will, these Decepticon bounty hunters or whatever, these guys that just like to hunt for fun and then display the victories in disturbing ways. Well, basically, Mirage sees basically behind them, and we kind of see it from his perspective, a yard full, it looks like a trophy yard full of Autobot corpses pierced through and strung on to these flagpoles, like like I said, like trophies. They're like displayed as trophies by these hunters. Another thing, of course, we see is the death of Ultra Magnus, and the way he is killed is exactly as some people described it. It's very brutal. But that's not all they do with Ultra Magnus, because later on, after the Alpha Trion protocol seeps out, extracts from his body and goes into Bumblebee, because Bumblebee proves to be trustworthy and everything, someone that could actually adapt, or utilize this information properly. Basically, what they do with Ultra Magnus's corpse, thanks to Shockwave, is they utilize it as sort of a, how do I put this, like, a beam. It's basically like an energy cipher that they, or energy antenna. It's like a beacon, it's like a battery, if you will, but they use it to basically power up this virus, to unleash this virus all across Cybertron and disable the Autobot bases and defenses, as well as shut down as well as erase and destroy the Alpha Trion protocol within Bumblebee. And it's yeah, you got images like that. You got a character. You got one of the female Autobots that we got to know in G1, Moonracer, if you will. She gets killed off, but she doesn't get killed off by Decepticons. She gets killed off by Zombots in the Sea of Rust. Basically, they're on the search for the Allspark, and she gets killed off in the Sea of Rust by these Zombots. To the point when Optimus tries to come to her aid, he's too late, because she's basically nothing more than a torso with a head, and because she's got so much, damage done to her, and by these Zombots, she dies. She ends up dying, and I guess they leave her body there, in the area where the Allspark was, because that's it. She can't be revived, even though Rodimus Primal, Kato, and Patriot Prime said in their live stream they did back in August that it just didn't make sense that he couldn't use it to revive her. But I guess I think one of them says there's an explanation that she was killed by Dark Energon being the Zombots. So yeah, you get a lot of characters, some that you know about through G1 and other interpretations of Transformers, like Moonracer getting killed off. You even have Compactor, who's a Decepticon turned good throughout in the series, get killed off by sacrificing himself to save Ratchet, who showed him kindness and all that. So you have that occurring. So yeah, there's a lot of characters, very well known characters and semi-known characters that are killed off. Some are used just as cannon fodder and all that. And overall, though, but besides that, overall the show is actually pretty good. It's got some great character development between the characters. Especially for Jetfire, Alita, Optimus, Bumblebee. You have all these characters. RC gets a bit of development. You get all these characters getting the moments to shine, and it's pretty cool to see. Especially, we get to see the developing relationship between Optimus and Alita, and it's basically it's acknowledged in a way that they are a couple, but because of Optimus's role as leader, he has to make tough decisions that she doesn't even agree with. So overall, though, it's like I said, it's pretty good. Besides that, and it really gets you hyped up for what's to come in the next chapter, which is supposed to be, I think, based around either Beast Kingdom, which is Beast Wars, or Earthrise. So basically it looks really good, and I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't seen it yet. So overall, though, that's all I could say on it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I am out.